Welcome back to 8 Man Fast. I'm Coach Kubik, head football coach here at Shelby Rising City, and today I want to talk about what I think makes a great quarterback in 8 man football. Now, this isn't going to be a video about drills and skills, all the mechanics that it goes into playing quarterback. There are a lot of coaches that know far more about that stuff, so I want to share what I've learned as a head coach about helping quarterbacks become more confident leaders who make good decisions and help your offense play fast. Because in 8 man football, the quarterback is more than just the guy throwing the football. He's an extension of your coaching staff on the field. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions is one of the best quarterbacks is always the best athlete. Sometimes that's true, and that's great to have. But I've coached against plenty of quarterbacks who weren't the biggest, strongest, or fastest players on the field, and they were just incredibly prepared. They understood the offense, they communicated well, and when the game got chaotic, they stayed calm. That's what made them dangerous. And I don't think confidence just magically appears on that Friday night, right? Confidence is built Monday through Thursday during those practices, built through reps, through meetings, through film, through understanding why you're calling certain plays, why your quarterback understands that. He knows the offense inside and out, and he doesn't have to guess, so he can react. And when he reacts with confidence, the rest of the offense feels it too. So, as coaches, one of our jobs is to make sure our quarterback isn't just memorizing plays, he understands the purpose behind them. And one thing I want quarterbacks to understand is the why we're calling something. Not just, hey, run sweep. Why are we running sweep here? What are we trying to attack? What is the good look that we like? If they understand the intent behind the play, they can make better decisions. And when things don't go exactly as planned, football is never going to be perfect. So good quarterbacks are going to adjust without panicking. Communication. Quarterbacks set the tone not because they have the loudest voice, because everybody's watching them and how they respond after an interception, how they respond after a touchdown, how they handle that adversity during that game. Their body language is going to matter to the whole team, and communication is going to matter. So, especially in small school football, where players are going both ways, emotions can swing quickly, and calm quarterback helps create a calm offense. Again, I think you've heard me say this before, but I think it applies to quarterbacks more than anyone. We don't want them just thinking faster. We want them playing faster. There's a difference. There usually means hesitation if you're thinking faster. If you're playing faster, it comes from preparation. And that's what we try not to overload our quarterbacks with too many checks or too many decisions, but give them answers that they can trust. And you work on those answers during the week. You work on those answers during your sessions of offense. You can have periods where you really work on those checks with that quarterback and let them play with confidence. Leadership is daily. Leadership isn't just speech before a kickoff. It's the way your quarterback is practicing on a Tuesday. It's helping that younger player understand a drill. It's staying after to throw with a receiver. It's encouraging a teammate when practice isn't going well. Those are the little things that build trust. And it's not always the loudest quarterback that's the best quarterback. It's sometimes those quarterbacks that just stay calm in those moments and understand that, hey, next play mentality. And when teammates are going to trust their quarterback, they follow him on a Friday night, and your team will be better for it. So I think the best quarterbacks make everybody better. One thing I've noticed from over the years is this: quarterbacks elevate the players around them, and they make the offensive line feel confident. They make receivers believe the ball is coming their way. They help younger players settle down, and they don't need to be the star every play. Sometimes their greatest strength is making everyone else better. If I could leave you with one thought, it's this: the best 8 man quarterbacks aren't always the most talented. They're usually the most prepared. They're confident because they put in the work, and they're going to show off the offense. They communicate well, and they make the players around them better. As coaches, that's what we should be trying to develop in those quarterbacks, not just great throwers, great leaders. Because when your quarterback plays with confidence, your offense usually does too. So again, that's clarity, repetition, and speed. That's 8 man fast.